Oh my goodness, with the throat chakra here. That's gonna be fuzzy because it's backwards. Um, Real quick, I wanted to maybe a little bit of the weekend read, but I know this has to do with weekend read. Here I am cracking my knuckles. I haven't done that in a while too. Used to be a daily thing, and now it's not. So I used to have a little, now I have a lot. What's that, Jenny from the block? It could be in regards to self-esteem. Who knows? I think there's jealousy with other people's confidence too, but that's not what this is about. Well, apparently, somewhat. I guess it's about. Please, I typically don't look at that light. I mean, I do and I don't, but that was like extreme caution. So careful driving. So back to psychologically torn, psychologically upset, psychological revenge. I don't know what's going on here psychologically, but I do want to say be careful with your heart. Like psychological stuff can put a lot of pressure and stress on a human heart and organ. Okay, so that could be happening. Chest pain, don't just tell yourself it's anxiety, like depending on how long this psychological stress has been going on, if that's the case. Also, I do feel like people are kind of, again, keeping tabs on you, but it's almost like suffering in silence vibes with the Three of Swords as well. It could be a good friend that fucked up, or it could be, dealing with an ex because there's breakups, arguments. Why did I make this decision? I'm now trapped. Why did I even marry this person in the first place? However it goes down, or it's whatever this is absolutely hands down psychological, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, even for my own spiritualists in regards to whatever this could be. I think it has a lot to do with the transits, though. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like it's temporary, and I do think there is a release of energy coming for you guys. The other ones that are like choosing to suffer in silence and not move forward because of other people's pain or their own regards to their own mistakes, I don't know how long that transit's going to last for them. It is what it is. You can always break free. It's the Eight of Swords. It's on you. Okay. But I just wanted to give you a heads up, because again, I just heard revenge. So I mean, it could be somebody's planning a plotting psychological revenge, because now they're all fucked up in the head about something. But originally it's psychologically torn with the weekend energy, the 10th, happy Mother's Day, the 10th through the 17th. A big part of weekend energy is part of those two readings that I just did. But I just want to give you guys heads up that if you are feeling this type of stress, please know that it's temporary too, depending on, your situation. If you want to evolve and you want to move forward and stuff like that, then your mindset you will take yourself out of that mindset. Again, it just could be the transit. So heads up there. I came on more to stress the issue with the heart, because psychologically, and even drugs can stop a heart or have it flutter, you know what I mean? And there was drugs in the first read, but again, I am really starting to think like some people are just like not wired right. And again, no matter if you're an awful person or a good person, you can change and become a better person because you want to. You got to motivate yourself, and others, it's just this little period of isolation. It could be a long period of isolation, but this feels like maybe it's been too long of isolation from the things that make you happy or bring a smile to your face or the things you enjoy. Start living life again that way too, right? So again, just be careful with the psychological stress, because that does affect the human heart, the organ, okay? And that's what keeps us alive. And that organ can, malfunction, different organs in many ways that people are not aware of when it comes to stress. And not to mention the chemical imbalance that you're causing because of your own thoughts, okay? So it's important. You're in control of your body. You can overcome any addiction, any medicine. Like, I'm telling you, like, psychologically, if you train your brain and rewire it, start today, you know, depending on your situation, go after what it is you want, live life again. Please be careful when it comes to like depression, suicide, that type of stuff. Like, just clear your head as much as you can. Again, I am kind of worried about the heart itself with stress, you know. Even if it's like you're living life and it's day by day, but there's, you know, there's certain things that you're not really happy with your job. Like the Tower came in, 9 of Cups, like you're really not happy. It's time to move on. You might take another job position, or you could be thinking about doing another job, or you're not happy with what you do. Like, this can affect so many different aspects of your life, and if you can do it and you think you can make it work, then just do it. Don't worry about other people's judgment. Don't worry about, you know, things that at the end of the day, you know, it's you, you know. Family can affect work and certain stuff in your mindset, especially if somebody's really being affected by this transit karmically, you know, even an ex, and they're, you know, they're having a really hard time with a breakup, you know, or a certain situation that causes a lot of, you know, stress. But you can't not live your life and feel bad because somebody else isn't gonna like the direction you go, or they're having a hard time with what's going on, or you're having a hard time because somebody else moves forward. You know, like, you can also move forward. This is all your mindset. You know, this is absolutely hands down your thoughts, you know. So again, I'm just more or less worried about the human heart as an organ and stress. And you can change that. You really can. How do I turn this? Oh, there you are. You guys haven't seen my face in a while. Good morning. Yeah, have a fabulous weekend. So over that situationship. He tried hard and he messed up in his head. Yeah, I mean, and it could be other energies attempting to come towards you personally to psychologically fuck with you too. You know what I mean? So you do have to be careful. It is, I mean, it doesn't seem like the transits that, I don't know, I think it's just, oh, my eyes. I did say something about vision in the second read, right? Be careful driving if it's something with your vision, but I was thinking it's more like psychedelic. Again, if you've been in this energy and it's just been stressful, could be doing, you know, stress on your heart. So just be careful because it's dangerous, you know. Like, my dad came down the other day and freaked out about all the electrical cords again, and I was just like, all right, fuck this. And I ordered the surges, and I just moved everything around and got rid of like that electric cord linking to like that little electric cord, you know. I made it better, you know. And it wasn't to like please him, it was just because it was a safety thing, and I think we talked about this last year and I hadn't done it, so it was just time to get it done. So spring cleaning, anything to get your mind off things. But again, like, it's just like a grouch, and I just, you know, but I knew it was my responsibility, so I got it done. But I just feel like there's going to be other situations where, you know, energies do affect other people. You know, they really do. Like, even as a mom, if your kid's upset, you're upset. Your kid's angry, you're just like, oh, your kid's like being naive to this, like, frustration. You know, it's just stuff like that. But for some reason, there's not too many new moons that bring that type of energy, but for some reason this new moon is, and I think it's like tidying up, you know. It's Taurus, stabilizing things, situating, grounding. So I think it's just a combination of energies that are just kind of like peaking, and again, you have to be psychologically strong enough to balance that energy out yourself, you know. So again, there's something with these transits with this new moon, and it's almost like a full moon but it's a new moon, but it's the placements of where things at, and the planets are trying to situate you for a better future, a better tomorrow. Does that make sense? Because this is about your future. You know what I mean? Like the Three of Wands is your future. Thanks, sweetie. You know, so you have to put effort into that. You have to put momentum into that, like mentally, physically, emotionally. Like you have to put work into that. You have to. Your mind is so powerful. So just start working on that if this energy is really getting the best of you. And don't focus on other people. Focus on yourself and the things that make you happy. So, you know, when the time comes, you have that ability to go after what you want. Start something that you've never started. You know, things like that. You know, yeah, step up. No matter if it's good karma, bad karma, I think everybody's going through some type of transit right now, and it's a lot, you know. So do things that ground you. And if you don't know what that is, go out and find something that puts a smile on your face. It's important, okay? And please stay on top of your health. That stress on your heart, I mean, even like I know what it's saying because I've felt it lately with like certain stuff, and I'm just like, damn, like, is it just anxiety? Is it the PTSD? Like, and I know it's a combination of like a lot of stuff. Like the change is in the air. Like change is here whether you like it or not. You can't avoid the change that these transits are bringing. It's unstoppable. So you might as well tag along, you know, and step up. All of us, you know. So I gotta go into PT. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I don't know if I'll be back for weekend energy. I think like that speaks a lot of weekend energy, and then I think like the energy does start to subside, but it subsides when I think we also change our mindset, or it really does have something to do with the transits and waiting on some type of news that will bring, you know, a little bit of happiness. Or I mean, it could be as simple as like, remember when I went to go get my candle and I was like, oh my god, they brought back blueberry. Like, it just made my day. You know, so it's that vibe. Like, live in that vibe. Strive to have that daily vibe, you know. Simple things, guys. Simple things bring beauty. So it has a lot to do with this Venus transit as well. And again, new moon in Taurus. It's a lot to handle. Like Caden's energy last week was a mess for like almost 2 weeks. It was almost like intolerable. Like I had to go in and I was like, it's getting to the point where I'm gonna have to have a conversation with them. And I was like telling myself and getting psychologically ready, you know, to be like, what's going on? School, friends, like, you want to talk about it? And I'll talk about it, because I knew he didn't want to fucking talk about it. But with it right around that same time frame where I was about to step in, he stepped up, and the energy shifted, you know. So be patient. The energy is definitely out there, you know. So hang in there if you're experiencing it, and please do what's best for you. And if you are having a hard time, and I feel like somebody's heart is stressed and it's making me nervous, But it would be like a lot of stress. But I feel like you can change that outcome. Even if you can't change the outcome physically, you lose a job or something. So, you know what I mean? Something major, a divorce. Like, you can't change that. But, like, you can change your mindset and how you want to change that feeling you're having. Because that's not a good feeling. And eventually it can, you know, heart attack, you know, blood clots, like stuff like you know. So please be very vigilant when it comes to your health with these transits as well. And that stress, you know, you feel it, like, do something that makes you happy, or you don't know what that, sorry, phone call, like, take a walk, you know what I mean, and clear your head if you don't know what your next step is. Little things like that, literally taking a walk, especially in nature, and with the spring vibes and the air out there, and then you grounding yourself or smiling at a flower or being around water, that shit helps. That will change your energy. It will shift. Just take a walk, clear your head if you don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And that goes for like all of us in general. You know what I mean, jelly beans? So I gotta go in. No more stalling for me. I love you. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.